So it's time for a new weekly challenge, and this time we're going to do things a little bit differently. We are going to start already to define the goals of 2017. It's going to be a 3-part series, and this week is only going to be about finding the 7 goals in 7 different areas that we want to go after. So stay tuned and I will tell you how we will do this. A new year is just such a great opportunity to take the chance to put up some great goals and be motivated and go after them. But if we look back at those goals, do you usually tend to fulfill them? Do they really come true? Most cases, I'd say not. That's because we just get overwhelmed, or we just don't have any strategy or plan. It's just some vague words that in best case end up on a piece of paper. But that's gonna change this year, because now we are gonna do things properly. In a 3-week series here, starting out with this week, we are gonna define the goals of 2017, find a plan for how to reach them, and start to implement a habit for reminding ourselves. So I want you to ask yourself if it isn't worth a couple of minutes each day until New Year's Eve, so we can just find a super duper awesome plan for reaching those things that you are eagering for, the things that will make you grow and become the person you want to be. For me, it's just a must. Putting up goals, working towards them, and having a clear plan and strategy for how to reach them. It's easier said than done, but that is why we are doing this together. We're not going to stress through this process. When we're going to build a big house, we need to have a solid foundation. We need to think about these things for real. And that's what we're going to do. Now, the basis for this goal setting are based on Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard, and some other gurus, because I've tried their methods a couple of times. They usually cram it all together in like a 10-minute session and then just boom. It's nice, but you get overwhelmed. I'm gonna use their methods, but I'm just gonna drag it out. We're gonna do a little bit each day. I mean, it's Christmas time. We all have tons and tons of stuff to do, but if we divide it up, it's doable. We all have a few minutes each day, so we can do this. And if you even can't find 5 minutes a day, then maybe. So this is gonna work like this. 3 weeks, where the first week, this week, is gonna be about defining the goals we want to go after. Each day we're going to look into different areas, write down all the goals we want to achieve in these areas, but then narrowing it down to one goal to focus in on. If we do more than that in 7 different areas, it's not going to happen. It may happen later, but we need to implement the habit of getting a plan out and starting to work towards that. Focusing in on one area at a time in these 7 key areas. That will be way plenty. The second week is going to be about finding a plan for how to reach that goal. The how, the massive action plan. But we will go more into detail on that next week. And the third step, the last week of the year, which usually we are all very busy with family, it's going to be quite straightforward and simple. We're just going to remind ourselves every morning about the goal and then doing one little action in each of these areas towards the goal just to get started. And I beg you, please don't undermine the power of this challenge. To put up clear goals, to give us a clear direction to where we want to go, it's just so important. It can define your future. It will make for all the actions you're gonna take. If you're on that path, truly motivated and have your glasses on, it can make all the difference. It can change your life forever. So this week is gonna be simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each day we're gonna go through different key areas, write down all we want to accomplish in these areas, and then focus in choosing one thing that we will go after. Since we have 7 key areas and only 5 days to do this on, we'll have to cram it up in some of the days. We'll start out Monday with health and spirituality. Health being eating properly, exercising, sleeping, those kinds of things that just will make your body thrive, the things you need. It really is key. But also spirituality, the second key area. Mindfulness, meditation, it's so important to start to work on your inner self. And this is hard to grasp if you haven't really actively started to do this. When you realize the power in this, That's what's gonna change your life. Trust me. And on the third day, we're gonna go into social goals. That is relationships, friends, family. Are you looking to find a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Maybe you need to spend more time with your friends. Those kinds of things. On Wednesday, we're gonna go into personal development. What kind of skills do you want to develop? You want to learn a new language? You want to go after project of some kind? Maybe starting a YouTube channel. Personal development in different kinds of areas. The books you want to read. And then we got Thursday, which is gonna be a double day again. Financial and career. Going after the things you thrive for in your career, in your work path, and also financial goals. Are you looking to invest in some stocks, or do you need to save up for a trip? And then we got Friday, the fun goals. What things do you want to do this year that just makes you enjoy life? Do you want to go on a trip? Do you want to do some activity you've been longing for? Make that list and smile while doing it. So those are the 7 key areas we're gonna find one goal in to just go after. But I want you, for each of these areas, write down as many goals as you can come up with, as you wanna do, and then highlighting the 5 most important ones in each category. But then only choosing one to focus in on. But who knows, maybe you will attain that goal really quickly and you still will have those 4 other highly prioritized goals you want to go after. So just make that prioritization. It's much easier to find the one goal you want to go after when you have defined the 5 that is most important. Usually there are 2 ways of approaching this goal setting. A lot of people like to just keep it realistic. We don't want to disappoint ourselves. And then we got the other school that says dream big. If you want to go to the moon, you have to. And the dream big school is the one I put my vote on, and that's from my own experience. Looking towards the stars, dreaming, that's what really tickles. Be excited about all the great stuff that can come from this. Take out your inner child. Don't think about how you're gonna reach that goal. Just think about what you want. And then if you have faith, if you just want it badly enough, you will find a way to reach that goal. But I'm totally for the smart, realistic goals, but it's on a closer time horizon. When we talk a couple of months, when we need to write a how plan, which we're gonna do next week, then we need smarter goals, more realistic goals. So it's clearer and easier to attain, so we actually can work towards something you can put your hands on. When you have chosen the area to focus in on, the goal in that key area, you need to define why you want to do that. Why do you want to go after this goal? Ideally, you write down as much as possible. Why do you have to do this? What's the must for you? Why can you do this? But also, what's all the good stuff that will come? Just put yourself in that mind. You are there. The goal is attained. Why will that benefit your life in so many ways? I can't stress enough that you put in a few minutes to just write down your why, and then you have all the energy, all the motivation you need to go after those dreams, those goals. When you just want something bad enough, you'll find your way there. So that is the challenge. What is happening to my arm? Starting to die here. So that is this. Scheiße. Cramping. So that is this week's challenge. Defining one goal in these 7 key areas, so we can work more on these next week. Just find the goals of 2017. I will make a live stream each day where I'm gonna sit down and go through this process. Tomorrow, first out with health and spirituality, goal setting workshop, live streaming. It will be on an individual level, maybe 10-15 minutes. So if you want to join me in that live stream session, or just use that video as a timer to actually sit down and do it, you're welcome to do that. Around 7 to 9 o'clock Swedish time, the video will be there in the challenge. You can watch it anywhere, anytime you want. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that button so you won't miss any videos. This is Alexander signing out, wishing you a great evening.